It's all good.
Habari Entertainment proudly presents Habari Live from Phoenix, Arizona. And you're listening to the Habari Live podcast, the show that brings you news, sports, and entertainment for people who love HabariEntertainment.com. Here are your hosts, Iesha, Jimmy, and Damon Dipleen Ellison. Let's get it going. We are all the way live.
Good morning. Another episode of Habari Live, your go-to podcast for the news, sports, and everything in between, man. Let's get it going this morning, man. People are really talking about the news this week. We are thrilled to bring you the latest edition of Habari Live, your go-to podcast for the Pulse of Phoenix and beyond. And as always, we're all the way live in Paradise Valley, Phoenix, Arizona. I'm Damon Ellison and my co-host,
Iesha.
We will be your guide through the exciting stories and everyday happenings in our vibrant community, your weekly dose of inspiration, innovation, and insightful conversations from the heart of our city. Yeah, man. So let's get straight into the rundown and let's talk about what's up, David. How you doing, brother? Let's get straight into the rundown and what's been going on and the news, top news for the week.
For sure. This week, a Utah school had a shooting. So it was a middle school. Let's just start there. It was a school field trip that turned tragic. Authorities say that a student brought a gun along to school on the field trip and fatally shot himself in front of his classmates. The officials are investigating how the firearm made it onto the school trip and are offering counseling services for all the children who witnessed the incident. And the parents and lawmakers are, of course, renewing calls for tighter school safety measures in response to this.
Man, Utah is, already was in the news for the Charlie Kirk situation. And it's an eye on the state right now. And then this happens. This is disgusting, man. It's sad. The kids can get their hands on guns like this. Man, suicide is a big problem in America that we have. What's up, Stephanie? What's going down? Welcome to the show. So Chicago in the house. So we are definitely concerned to see little kids go through this, man. What can we do in this country to keep these guns out of these kids' hands? It has to be, the onus has to be on the adults.
It does.
And it's really sad, man. Everybody ignores suicide. They ignore the killings that happen via suicide. And it shouldn't be ignored, man. We need to get these people help. People are crying out for help and we're not doing anything. And people are dying. A lot of young people. And that's crazy to be so young and to make a decision like that, man. It's really sad.
It is.
But we have to do something, man. The gun violence. I know a lot of people don't think of gun violence and suicide in the same breath, but I do. Because I think it's a cause and effect. It's a reason why these things are happening. The access is a problem to me, but everybody else have a different view on it. But hopefully, we could do something about it. Good morning, Hakura. Morning. Hello.
For sure.
Let's get it.
But let's go ahead and turn to New York, where new details have emerged about the gunman that was involved in last month's deadly shooting at the NFL headquarters. Medical examiner has now confirmed that the suspect was suffering from advanced CTE, which is the brain disease often linked to repeated head trauma in football players. Experts say that this finding will add more urgency to ongoing debates about player safety and the long term impacts of the game. I mean, these kids that are suffering and the adults that are suffering from this after playing football, it usually tends to start somewhere around middle school, high school, when kids start playing at a very young age.
Some play like younger than that. Football is, kids started 10, 11, 12, younger than that sometimes.
Right.
Oh man, it's just crazy to me that the guy, how did he know that he had CTE? That's the part that's crazy, because he said it himself
He did.
that he was suffering from CTE. Hey, he had never been diagnosed.
What's up, Jay?
But that's crazy. That's crazy. I don't know, man. I don't know how this guy knew this, but I mean, he knew he was suffering. I wish that he went and got help.
Me too.
Instead of going to try to shoot up the NFL like it's their fault. We all know that the NFL tried to cover up CTE and the effects that were happening in those situations. But man, I don't think anybody deserved to die, man. So I'm not sure what this guy was thinking, man. But CTE, he
You're
didn't.
right, Jay. You can't determine it unless a person has unfortunately passed away. However, this gentleman somehow
He
knew
knew
that he had it.
right.
He had, there was a note that was found on him the day of the incident, and it was a 4-page note of him explaining that, hey, I have CTE, and this is the reason why I'm doing what I'm doing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was pretty crazy. It's the guy was suffering, and then it came out that his mother, I believe she was calling the police, and she was saying that he needs help, and he was calling out saying he can't do it anymore. So there were clues, but what I'm saying, we don't do anything. We don't do anything to help people. When we have mothers calling in saying, hey, my son needs help, we don't do anything.
Right.
We just ignore it. Oh, well, we have to wait till he does something, till he harms someone or himself. Why?
No, he didn't, Jay. He did not donate. He just knew he
No.
had it, wrote in a note that he had CTE.
He felt he had it.
Mm-hmm.
So he just put it in a note, hey, I'm suffering from the CTE, and I feel as though that this is what's going on. And I think that since he said that they went and checked his brain.
They did the autopsy, the medical examiner.
Because they wanted to see if he did have it.
If he was correct.
Right. And he only played in high school. So that shows you that, man, even just playing in high school, man, is dangerous.
Very dangerous.
So, hey, man, it's tough, man. It's very tough.
Mm-hmm. But on Capitol Hill this week, a Republican lawmaker is now facing backlash after calling for the execution of a Democratic congresswoman. Her supposed defense: urging people to protest against President Donald Trump. And the rhetoric is being condemned as dangerous political extremism. And House leadership is being pressed to address whether threats of violence are becoming normalized in U.S. politics.
I mean, we all know that it's been discussing for a few years, especially since Trump has been in office. Everything has been ratcheted up to 10. We see him this week going after his political enemies. We'll talk about that more, but he's going after Comey. He tweeted, or Truth, whatever that stupid site is that he's on, Retruth, that he wants his political enemies in jail. I mean, it looked like he was sending a text message, and he just mistakenly sent it out.
Right.
I don't know, but he kept it there, so I guess he wanted it there. I mean, to openly say, hey, go after the people that I want you to go after. It's pretty wild, man. I don't understand I don't know if that's going to help him, because the case is kind of crazy to sit around and say, go after my opponents, and then they go after him What judge is going to uphold that?
Right.
What judge is going to say, "Oh yeah, that's fine. The president is going after people." You know, I mean, you see in his words, any lawyer is going to use his words against him. So I'm not sure what he's doing, man. I don't really get it. I've never seen anybody do anything like this blatantly. I mean, dude is just really blatant with it, man. This is crazy. Just openly saying, "Hey, go after them, go after them."
Right.
And I mean, and then we got congresswomen, people saying, we had a dude say drive-bys who went to jail, he tried to get it, was it New Mexico, I believe,
Something like that.
where the guy, he tried to get his Democrats killed.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the side that's yelling and screaming and telling people that it's the other side. They're telling you that it's the Democrats, it's the lefties that's doing all the crazy stuff when it keeps being the goddamn Republicans.
Right. And lastly, we're going to come back here to home, Arizona. Arizona's Disability Services Program is now facing a massive budget shortfall of $159 million. This gap threatens critical care for thousands of residents who depend on state assistance for their daily living. Advocates are calling for immediate action, warning that without emergency funding, vulnerable families could see major disruptions to essential services.
Yeah, man, Arizona, for a state that's supposed to have money, man, we always falling short on our budgets. For a state that has all these rich people, all these big homes, all these people in Scottsdale, we're always, for some reason, we don't have any money for anything. Like it's amazing. Everything's brand new and built up, but we don't have any money for that. Oh, we don't have that. We don't have money for schools.
Right.
Oh, we don't have money for them.
It's always
an issue with the budget.
we don't have money for that. This, that, or the third.
Right. But I mean, it's Republican ran, they're supposed to be the guys that's supposed to be so great with money. What's going on? Why are they always messing up? Why is it when it comes to any program, some reason they don't have the money? Man, dog, we watch these people just blow money out the water. And they never have the money when it comes to the poor. Like, what are we doing? This state, man, is ridiculous. All these people with all this money, man, and they can't figure out how to help out the people that's less fortunate, the underprivileged.
The real underprivileged.
What are we doing? What is the reason? It doesn't make any sense. We all paying all this tax money and all the tax revenue that's being pushed from the state. But when it comes to this state, we can't afford anything. Now the department is forcing. Yeah. Are they facing any consequences? They always win the House here.
Aiden, Instagram Live ain't going.
What?
Instagram Live didn't work for some reason. So who knows, man? Who knows? I just don't understand it. I don't get it. It says it's streaming. That's weird.
It says it's streaming,
but it's not. It's definitely weird, man. And like I said, man, all these companies are just doing what they want to do. That no one. I'm not companies. All these congressmen and state senatesmen, they're just doing whatever they want, man. Money's being wasted.
It's all good. Don't worry about it.
Is there a way? Private funding, federal funding, something else? I didn't look into the budget like that to know the ins and out of the budget. But federal funding isn't coming. We know that. Because the federal government is doing absolutely nothing to help anyone. We see what's going on in St. Louis right now. Those people was hit by a tornado like 6 months ago. They still suffering. The government ain't gave them nothing. And this is a Republican state, and they don't care at all. FEMA is not doing nothing. These people they keep begging for money. And the only thing that's helping is different groups coming in trying to help to get these houses built back to normal. But it's not looking good, man. So it's going to be private funding the way things are going right now, because, helping somebody is socialism, and they don't believe in that. So, that's the way things are. So let's go into the story, man, for today. We're going to talk about ICE under attack, the chaos, crackdowns, and the consequences of these actions that ICE is putting forward right now. We're just seeing a lot of craziness, man. I mean, I've seen over 25 videos of ICE beating people up, throwing people, tossing people. We saw a video of them shooting at a man, and then when things have happened to ICE, I've seen them come on TV and say, hey, why are people coming after us? Right. What's going on? You Ted Cruz, we're not going to be attacking ICE. This is not right. ICE is attacking the community with masks on. All the stuff that they're doing to people, man. All you want is the government to give you shit. Dog, it's crazy that the people who are yelling and talking about the government, I said the government should help people that are in circumstances where they cannot help themselves. Right now in St. Louis, a lot of places were hit by a tornado.
6 months ago.
6 months ago. They're still in turmoil. The federal government, FEMA, is supposed to help in those situations. That's why it was created.
And they've done nothing.
They've done nothing. Now, all of the handouts that's been given to all type Americans through history, and for some reason, when it comes to ICE is restoring our ghettos back. So, are you just here just to say crazy stuff?
Seems like it.
So we're gonna dig into the story that's gripping the nation. ICE, the Federal Immigration Enforcement Agency, is under attack. Go ahead.
Yeah, man, it's under attack. And in recent months, we've seen shootings, ambushes, and bomb threats against ICE facilities. That's just outrageous. But at the same time, ICE itself is ramping up raids, its arrests, and that there is just tearing families apart and creating fear across all immigrant communities.
I mean, no one except the crazy people are happy about what's going on with ICE and how they're treating people. We've seen for years and years and years a lot of people deport people, and it didn't take all this chaos.
Right.
We saw people in the 90s get deported. It wasn't all this chaos. Under Obama, under Bush, like, we didn't have all this chaos. Why is ICE so crazy? Is it the bonuses? Because I think that has a part to do with it. They're telling people, hey, everybody you get a certain amount of money. That is hurting. The ICE is going crazy for this money. They don't care about people. So this is very disgusting what's going on, man. If you happy about that, that's cool, but you're a disgusting person. You're disgusting if you could sit there and watch people crying and hollering as their dad gets snatched away from them, and you're happy about that. And then you're going to go to church later and pray to God and talk about how great you are. It's hypocrisy at its best.
But you know what? They would be crying too if their kids got ripped out their arms.
Man, you already know that. There's no question. That's fine. That's fine. You're very happy, man. We know. We know what type of person you are, man. That's cool.
We know it's exactly what you wanted.
That's fine. They're not, the guy that we're going to show
talking about
was his lady was pushed down. He was in the courthouse.
He was here legally.
Legally. The judge had said he had the right to stay here. What happened? ICE grabbed him anyway. Y'all always trying to use the word illegal, but most of these people are showing up to court, and that's where they're getting them. at their court cases.
ICE is just stationed outside
Man,
of
just
courthouses.
grabbing people, man. That's bull. And then man, this is the reason why everybody keeps saying, y'all, why are they calling us dictators and calling us names? This is why. You don't care that people are getting snatched out of their homes because they showed up for their amnesty case. They showed up for their immigration case. They get snatched by some dude in front of their kids, even though the judge said the guy can stay. I don't care if riots were done by ICE. What does that have to do with anything? Man, y'all so ignorant, dude. January 6th was probably a lot of people that's in ICE right now, and that was a riot because the way these ICE people are acting, man, it's insane. So today we're asking the hard questions. What's fueling this escalation of violence? Mm-hmm. We already know what it is. We already know. The way they are treating this, man. Kristi Noem tweeting videos. They tweeting videos talking about Pokemon catch 'em all. Like they're playing games, man. And they think they're not playing with people's lives and people are not going to be pissed off the way they're treating people right now. Yeah, man. People are pissed. And shooting at you probably not going to be the last thing that happens, man. The violence is probably going to only escalate the way things are going right now. ICE needs to bring down the temperature. You can deport people and not in this crazy manner. So are these attacks a symptom of deeper anger? Yes. And how much responsibility does ICE bear for the chaos in the streets? A lot. They
bear all the responsibility.
Definitely.
Right. But how much of that responsibility are they actually taking?
None. They're blaming everybody else. So go ahead.
You're absolutely right. But let's go ahead and start with the anatomy of the attacks. In the most recent deadly example we have is in Texas. Mm-hmm. In Dallas, Texas, to be more specific.
Yep. So on the morning of September 24th, 2025, a gunman opened fire indiscriminately from a rooftop overlooking an ICE field office. He targeted a transport van inside the facility's Sally Port, killing one detainee and critically wounding two others.
While law enforcement sources identified the suspect as 29-year-old Joshua John, after the shooting, authorities say that John took his own life. No ICE officers were hit, but DHS has called the event an attack on ICE law enforcement.
I mean, it's crazy. The dude didn't hit one ICE officer. He's on a roof. I'm thinking he has a scope, but I don't know what's going on. I think the two was in the van, but we can't say, man. I just don't understand how you hit the people that you're trying to protect and kill the people who you were supposedly take a stand for. So I mean, that's kind of weird to me, but this is what ICE is going with, but I don't know. Only thing I know is this is the second attack that's happened. Obviously, man, things are getting out of hand. ICE, they need to stop posting videos showing people going to jail and making this stuff acting like this is cool, because that's what's going on, man. Because investigators say John wasn't really acting randomly, even though he shot indiscriminately. FBI Director Kash Patel revealed that John left behind a written note reading, "Hopefully this will give ICE agents real terror to think, is there a sniper with AP rounds on that roof?" So he was trying to scare them supposedly, but
that's what he's saying he was trying to do. But the armor-piercing rounds were found at the scenes, and at least one shell casing was engraved with the words "anti-ICE."
Yeah, man, I don't know, man. As soon as I seen that, it just looked like the police wrote that on that bullet. I mean, they probably, maybe they didn't, maybe they could have, but man, who says anti-ICE, man? I mean, F-ICE, anti-ICE.
That part.
It doesn't even sound right. It sounds like someone who's just not hip at all wrote that stupid shit on that bullet. But they're so out to get the left and act like the left is violent when we all know where the violence come from. We all know who it comes from, but we're gonna act like, oh, it's the left. This guy went and put Antifa as a terrorist group before the KKK.
I had somebody
the KKK
this week
still
tell
isn't
me
one.
that the KKK was a terrorist group.
They're wrong. They are not listed. Look it up.
Not listed.
Look it up.
And they'll tell you wrong.
Yeah, everybody always wrong. So the fallout continues after the shocking shooting at an ICE office. The attack has sparked strong words from lawmakers and investigators alike.
Yep. First, Senator Ted Cruz called out for cooler heads, warning against rhetoric that demonizes political opponents or ICE agents and their families. Cruz also said enough is enough and urged people to stop before the consequences grow even more dangerous.
So let's go ahead and play this clip of did I don't tell me I have to bring that. Did I bring one of Cruz? Yeah.
This needs to stop. Violence is wrong. Politically motivated violence is wrong. To every politician who is using rhetoric, demonizing ICE and demonizing CBP, stop. To every politician demanding that ICE agents be doxxed and calling for people to go after their families, stop. This has very real consequences. Look, in America, we disagree. That's fine. That's the democratic process. But your political opponents are not Nazis. And we should come together. If we want to have a debate about immigration policies, we can do so in the halls of Congress without demonizing each other, and especially without demonizing the men and women who every day put on a badge and go risk their lives to keep us safe.
Yeah, man.
They put on a badge to go.
Dude, ICE is not making anyone safe right now.
They are not.
They're not making people feel safe. And that's the reason why we have these issues that we're having right now.
Yep. But, we have two perspectives. One from lawmakers, one from law enforcement. And both are underscoring the same message. This violence cannot continue. But let's go ahead and talk about the ways that ICE has treated people, as federal agents clashed with protesters at the Broadview ICE facility in western suburbs, where demonstrators have gathered to denounce increased raids and detentions. Tear gas and pepper spray bullets were fired into the crowd. I believe we do have that video also. So if we have it, let's go ahead and play it, where an ICE officer relieved of duties after it shows him manhandling the woman.
No, not that one. ICE pushes. There you go. You skipped something. Yes, you did. You skipped. Stay up.
This is what I was just said. I read that. You did this.
You skipped something. I got the bullet recovered in their ICE facility. You did it right there. No.
And that was
I know.
You said it was on me, so I read my next part.
All right. Yeah, man, that's disgusting. That's disgusting stuff, man. And I don't know how anyone can act like they're happy about what's going on. Look at that stuff, man. That's evil. We got people being thrown out there, ICE pushing people, throwing people everywhere. Like it's crazy.
Dude said we got a fake number because we didn't answer the phone. He only called once.
I was in the middle of doing something, Nomad G19, but now I don't even know if I want to talk to you, bro. You just, you know what I'm saying? You tripping, bro. Anyway, so other details from the crime scene was a bullet recovered near the facility. Reporting had anti-ICE written on it. The FBI's Dallas office said this is the latest example of targeted violence. Did we already play that video?
Yeah, we did. That's what you was telling me I skipped over.
I'm so confused. But anyway.
I don't know why you confused.
Anyway, yeah, man, it's crazy out here. And ICE is just not helping to bring things down. So which one we got down? Let's go ahead and show ICE in Chicago, and the way they're treating people there.
They just pushing.
Yeah, just throwing people around. Yeah, man, this is what we're dealing with, man. Crazy stuff. You know, we got the FBI says John carried out an extensive pre-attack planning. He had downloaded a Dallas County Office of Homeland Security an emergency management document that contained a list of DHS facilities. He also searched for apps tracking ICE agents, locations, ballistic data, and even videos related to the recent Charlie Kirk shooting just days before the attack.
Officials say that they're still trying to determine John's motive, but his background gives a few clues. Childhood friends described him as an avid gamer and the least political person they knew. His online footprint showed thousands of hours on Steam games like Team Fortress 2 and Left 4 Dead 2, plus an inactive Reddit account that mostly focused on gaming and marijuana.
So, I mean, this wasn't an isolated incident. Just months earlier, on July 4th, armed attackers ambushed the Pearland ICE detention facility in Alvarado, Texas, using fireworks as a diversion before opening fire with AR-15 style rifles. An officer was shot in the neck but survived. Over a dozen suspects were later arrested, many allegedly carrying anti-government flyers and encrypted messaging apps.
Yep. And just 3 days after that, another attack on July 7th in McAllen, Texas, where 27-year-old Ryan Lewis Mesquita opened fire on a border patrol facility near the U.S.-Mexico border. 2 officers there were injured before Mesquita was even neutralized.
Yeah, man. It's another level, man. People are not liking ICE right now. And I'm not condoning saying that it is okay for people to shoot up ICE. It's not right. What I am saying is that the temperature was ratcheted up by ICE. Donald Trump and his followers are going through the streets just snatching up people while they're grocery shopping. They said they were going to go after the criminals. Now they're going after people that's just trying to go to church, people that's doing their job, people that came here to work.
Yep.
That is bull. That's not what he said he was going to do. So now you see why a lot of people say he's racist, because he's pretty much calling out every immigrant that exists a criminal. Every one of them, he's going after all of them. He doesn't care. And it's crazy. They're not breaking the law by being in America. People come here and work. And I just don't understand why people hate these people so much, man. And they're okay with seeing these women crying that their husband is being snatched and kids crying.
Yeah.
And you're okay with that, man. I don't get it, man. Yeah, I'm stupid. I know. An imaginary line some people went past, and they're so bad. Your reference to history is ignorant and laughable. You cannot teach or debate if you don't understand facts. Well, tell me one fact I don't understand, Mr. Keith Taylor. What fact do I not understand? What's so laughable? Please explain it to me. The Department of Homeland Security says these incidents are part of a disturbing trend, claiming assaults on ICE personnel and facilities are up over 1,000% this year. They're increasing security around field offices and warning that rhetoric against ICE is inspiring. They're warning that the stuff that other people say is inspiring violence, but it's not their actions and what they're doing to people on the streets. That is the part that makes me upset. Why do they think that they can go around shooting at people, beating people up, snatching people out of Home Depot, doing all of these things, and everybody's just going to be walking around happy and smiling?
Right.
You took things to another level. This is not the way ICE has worked throughout history. I've never heard of this crap. The way they're doing things. And they're doing this because Stephen Miller, Donald Trump are pushing them to go wherever and get whoever. Tom Homan. They're being pieces of crap. And it's really disgusting.
Yep. But that brings us to our key question here. Is the rhetoric really the cause, or is it ICE's own actions that's fueling the backlash that they're receiving?
Mm-hmm. We already know, man. Authorities point to anti-ICE rhetoric as a motivating factor in these attacks, but critics say that's too simplistic and lets the agency all the way off the hook for how they've been acting since Donald Trump came into office.
Yep. You're absolutely right. But the reality here is more complicated because most of the attackers, including Joshua John, were part of an organized group. They appear to be self-radicalized individuals, but often have no criminal history or no known extremist ties.
And that's what they said they were going to do. All these chumps sitting around talking about, yeah, that's what I voted for. I voted for that. Carlos Gonzalez, you voted for your own people to get thrown out. That's dope, man. That's dope. Stand up for that, bro. Be happy.
Oh, he's standing 10 toes deep on
that's
that.
Cool. Stand up. That's cool. That's cool. You can hear babies and stuff crying and you feel good. That's cool. That's cool, brother. That's cool. Hope you're judged by your actions and your thoughts, since you don't care about others and what they're going through. John's handwritten message shows this wasn't about politics as usual, as the right love to do. Before they even figure out what's going on, they're already, it's the left, the radical left, it's them. Like their whole mission is to push this stupid narrative that something's going on from the left. When most of these kids don't, the last dude from Utah, hey, dude, don't never talk about politics. He never talks about this guy. He doesn't talk about politics. They just saw some disgusting actions and didn't like them. They saw people being disgusting and was like, you know what? I don't like this. I'm taking them out. That's what happened. And y'all went, oh, it's the left. It's the left. No, it's people with a conscience who are sick and tired of Republicans treating people like trash.
Yep.
Talking to people like trash. Talking down to people. Y'all want to act like it's normal, like this is the way it's going to be. We're going to talk bad about people and call them ignorant and call them names and N-word this and N-word that. That's the America y'all want. Everybody else is saying, nah, man, we want to live a normal life. But nah, that's what you guys want. Y'all want a life of people pointing at each other, hating at each other, shooting at each other. It's disgusting.
That's exactly what they do.
Yeah, man. It's like I said, it was about inflicting terror on the agency that many people see as terrorizing them. Many people see that ICE is terrorizing the community. You see how they reacted when they came in California.
Yep.
You see how they're reacting when they trying to attack them in the courthouses. When people go to court and the judge say, all right, we'll see you the next court date, and ICE snatch you up anyway. They're terrorizing us, man. Whether you condemn or contextualize his actions, it's clear they didn't happen in a vacuum.
Yep, you're right.
No one's saying that it's okay to go shoot people. But man, look how ICE is acting.
Exactly. They've become a symbol to some. To some, that symbol is law and order. To others, that symbol is oppression, family separation, government overreach. But what's going to happen when that symbol hardens? Violence is going to follow, like it is, like we're seeing today.
Yeah, man. Here's the part though. ICE doesn't
want to talk about it, but they fear that they are spreading in communities across America. They're spreading fear across the communities in America, and that's just something that they don't even want to part their mouth to talk about. They don't even want to open their mouth and say, "Yeah, this is what we're doing," but we don't care.
No. While they call themselves victims of violence, ICE agents are out in the streets, masked and unmarked, conducting militarized raids on people who haven't committed any violent crime.
Yep.
They're treating people who just walked across an imaginary border like they sold some cocaine to the president.
Right. We're talking about parents being arrested while just dropping their kids off at school.
Right.
Workers being detained while at work on the job. And people who are showing up to court voluntarily only to be handcuffed and hauled away by ICE agents who don't even identify themselves as ICE agents. They don't identify themselves as law enforcement at all. They just snatch them motherfuckers up.
It's disgusting. The audacity is breathtaking, and yet instead of reflecting on how these tactics have inflamed anger, ICE officials are blaming the public. They're saying it's your fault that you're mad how they're treating people. It's your fault because they threw some lady across the floor who didn't deserve it. It's your fault.
Right.
It's not their fault. They don't take responsibility for anything that they're doing. There are ways to deport people, and we've said, we've seen it before. Others have deported people and haven't had all these issues. Why is it this way? Why can't they treat people right? Why can't they listen to the judges who the judge says the man can stay? Why are they not listening to the judge? It's pretty gross, man.
It is. It's real gross. But let's go ahead and set the record straight here, because criticism isn't causing chaos. ICE is. ICE is causing chaos by demonizing immigrants and threatening them, treating them as criminals. And ICE has built this very environment of fear and hostility that now surrounds the same people that are receiving the backlash that and chaos that they're out there spewing.
I don't know, man. We to me, it's about humanity. We see the human toll. Nearly 59,000 people are currently in ICE detention right now. That's up from 37,000 a year ago. Roughly 70%.
Habari Live.
Habari Live. What's up?
You guys on the line?
You on the line? What's going on?
There we go, brother. All right, man. So we're going to have a discussion. I'm going to say some pretty mean shit.
Oh, really?
I want to have a discussion based on facts. You guys ready?
We ready, man.
All right.
Let's do it.
You guys say the Republicans are the crazy party, yeah?
No, I said most of
That's literally what you just said. Don't backtrack, bro. Don't backtrack, dude.
Okay.
That's what you said.
All right.
You said the Republicans are the ones promoting all the violence and we want shooting and everything like that, correct?
No, I didn't say that, but okay.
You did say that. Go watch your own video recording. Go watch your own video.
Okay.
You guys are the most hateful, disrespectful, ignorant people that are the ones that are progressing this so far. You understand that?
How?
You guys defend. Okay, let me tell you something, bro. Let me spit some facts to you. Do you know the reason why ICE is so harsh on the immigration right now?
Why?
Do you know what a handler is? Well, let me tell you something. First of all, everybody who came over the border, 99.9%, no, a human handler, honey. Okay? See, this is what I'm talking about. Like a dog handler, you just proved to everybody on your own stream how ignorant you are. You don't even know what terms are correct.
You're calling people handlers.
A handler.
Do you have a handler?
That's what the call is. Listen to me talk, you dumb bitch.
Dog, all right.
A handler is the drug cartels.
Yeah, we don't go for you calling names around here. You get to calling out names, you get hung up on. Simple as that. We not gonna go for that. Sorry. You can talk respectfully to us without having to be degrading or calling names. So if that's how you're gonna speak to us, you can just leave a voicemail next time.
Yeah, bro. That was you don't call people bitches. That's ridiculous. I don't know what the fuck you thinking about, But yeah, you want to
That's
talk,
not tolerated
man,
here.
You gotta be on some.
So yeah, go handle that.
So roughly 70% of those detained right now have no criminal record. You hear that, man? Roughly 70% of those detained have no criminal record. All of the people, man, that they supposed to be going after, they saying it's criminals, it's criminals, it's criminals.
Right, Michael. He called in spewing all the hate.
Yeah, man. He I don't know what was wrong with dude.
Disrespectful, Jay. You right.
Just ridiculous. But like I said, 70% of the people that are detained right now are they have no criminal record.
Yeah, you're right. Raids are often being conducted without warning and without clear identification. Many detainees lack legal representation or they're facing long delays before their hearings.
Yeah, many detainees lack legal representation or face long delays before hearings. But we're getting a lot, man.
Exactly. And the ripple effects are devastating. Families are torn apart. Breadwinners vanish overnight, and children are left with trauma and uncertainty that they shouldn't have to deal with. Communities are retreating into shadows and they're becoming too afraid to report crime. They're too afraid to go to school. And in some cases, they're even too afraid to call 911 to get help when they really need it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man.
The crimes and the retaliation, because protesters and bystanders have been arrested for filming ICE operations in a public fucking space.
Mm-hmm.
They're doxing campaigns, targeting ICE agents and their families.
Yeah.
Some confrontations have escalated into physical altercations, as we've seen with the ICE agent pushing the young lady over. And they're treated as federal crimes?
Yeah, man. I don't get it. I don't get it. He said he sounded like a pilgrim. I don't know what was wrong with that dude, man. He needs some help, man. This morning, I don't know what's going on. He's so angry, just angry. But it's a vicious feedback loop, man. ICE escalates, communities resist, violence erupts, and then ICE uses that violence and that retribution to justify even more aggressive tactics.
And all the while, they refuse to acknowledge the obvious.
Mm-hmm.
That they helped create the anger that now threatens their very existence.
Right. So what comes next? What do we do? So where do we go from here? Without change, this spiral of raids, resistance, and retaliation will only intensify. It's only going to get worse.
But here's the thing. Solutions do exist. From better oversight and accountability to community-based approaches that emphasize due process over brute force. But they require ICE to confront its own role in its criticism, in its crisis. Habari Live.
Yeah, is this the show?
Yes, sir.
Oh, all right, cool. Very, very good. So, I know there's a lot of controversy around this topic. It's a very emotional topic for sure. And a lot of people, there's a lot of people saying that people are being treated inhumanely, and perhaps that is indeed true. But I wonder, what is your opinion on, let's say there's a group of people, they're crossing, they're making an illegal border crossing, and they're stopped. They're stopped just after they cross the border. Should they be loaded up and just sent back right away, or turned around and cross back? Or what do you think about that? Because I think a lot of those people that are coming, they are looking for a better life. Because I think that if I was born in Mexico, poor, and the United States is right there, I do indeed think I would try to do whatever it took to get across. That doesn't necessarily make it right or legal, but I think I would try to do that. But I think what do you think about people that are stopped at the border? Should they just be turned around and sent back across right then and there, or what?
Well, my thought pattern on the situation is that they should have their day to say how they feel, why they have come to America. Everybody should have their day in court, especially if you come here seeking amnesty. Now, if you're just trying to sneak across the border, you didn't come to speak your side or what's going on, why you came here, then no, you should just be going back, because that's just, you didn't come to the courts and do it the right way, the way it's supposed to be done.
You didn't come up and say,
Right.
hey, I need some help. Can you guys help me out?
Exactly. So
can I stay here until I am back on my feet?
I think that we need more judges. I think the process needs to be faster so we can see people quicker, so we don't have to send them off for months and months into the country before they don't show up to their court case. And those have been a lot of problems also. So we need to invest in getting more judges on the border. We need to make this process faster so people who are trying to get amnesty, they can find out in a faster way, and we can get this stuff moving so people aren't just sitting on the border, and we don't have people coming here who been here for months but haven't got their amnesty date or court case date. And we need to do better with that. And until we do that, we're going to have these problems. Now, just grabbing everybody up is not going to help, because it instills fear and it makes people not want to come. And there's so many jobs that we need filled that these people apply for, and it helps their economy at the same time.
No, I think I could agree with a lot of that. I think that one of the arguments on the other side is, like, I hear a lot of different opinions from both sides, and like, so the argument from the other side is that they're allowed to come across. They're saying that they're here on asylum, but their court dates, their time in court, their time to plead their case and to seek that the amnesty through the legal means is years out. And so during this time, they're kind of lost in the system, and they're just they're in there, they're flooded in. Like a lot of these people, hey, I get it. They're trying to live, right? And a lot of these people at the end of the day are trying to live. On the flip side of things, the bad people, the people that are, in gangs or whatnot, however few they may, or however plentiful they may be, are using that amnesty system to slip on in and to squeeze on through. And one of the things it's being used for, it's to falsely, this is what I'm hearing. This is just what I'm hearing. It's to falsely inflate the census. And when the census is falsely inflated, it creates an opportunity for misrepresentation through for electors, and it throws everything off. So it's no longer really a true census of American citizens or eligible people to vote.
You ever heard of the 3/5 compromise?
No, I mean, I may have. I hear a lot, and I'm not good with retaining all the details of certain things. Like, if you were to ask me, you've heard of Adam Schiff, right?
Right, definitely.
If you were to say, what is his position? What does he do? I would go, gosh, I don't know. But I've heard that name come up a lot. And so it's hard for me to keep up with all the details. I'm more of a physical, outside the box builder kind of guy, Cool. But go ahead. Cool. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
But the 3/5 compromise was the Dixie Democrats' way of counting slaves. They didn't want them to be able to vote, but they still wanted the power of the people being in their counties and the amount of people that were there. So it's not new in history that people try to use people who may be here illegally or may be slaves. They have been used to gain power because people want to get, well, the more people you have, the more congressmen you have in your state, the more power that you can gain in your state, the more congressmen you can have. You can have more ideals that you want to get passed because you have more people that can vote for what you're trying to do. So it's a lot of people that have been doing this through history. Is it right?
Yeah.
No, I'm not going to say it's right, but it's definitely happened a couple times where people try to use the people that are in their city, legally or legal, slaves or not, to get their power. And we know this is what politicians do. I think it's fair that they do that? No, I don't think it's fair. But at the same time, I do think that immigrants coming to America is a plus for this country. And I think that that conversation or that relationship with them has been built over time, coming in, doing work, great work for us. And in exchange, we help them to build, because what I think we're the number one import of economic data is from us. Money, when it comes to money economically for Mexico, it comes from them working to us and sending money home to their people. Right. So I think that that it's a big plus for everyone, and they are great workers. And we live in Phoenix, so we see what they do and what they bring to the table. So
well, I'm here in California, and
so you know,
I mean, I can't. I mean, if you want to talk about a hardworking individual, you know, you can't. They're hard to compete with as far as that goes.
Right, that's
you
real,
know,
man. They work hard. Yeah,
work hard. And so I think we agree that immigrants, you know, that they definitely can contribute. Like the argument is the way it's happening, like the flood it's happening, is that necessarily a good thing? Because like the point you laid out about I forget what you called it, the 3/5 thing. That's pretty much kind of what I've heard. You know, when I was telling you about the census thing and how it was used, sounds like same game plan, same plan, lines. Yeah, same thing there, and that necessarily, I don't agree with that, because then that doesn't do the American. That's a dishonesty to the American people, regardless if you're for it or if you're against it, right? You know what I mean? So it's no good there. It appears that way, but yeah, I mean,
I agree. I agree, man.
Interesting. Hey guys, I want to congratulate you guys, because you guys this is probably one of the fairest conversations I've heard, not just my conversations, but I just came across you guys just 5 seconds before I called you guys. Okay. But really, you guys are into conversating. Too many times it's a debate, and going into a debate, I hate debates, because the debate is just trying to score on points, whether or not you are correct, or whether or not, because I've seen too many people lose a debate that I agree that I agreed with, and vice versa. So congratulations to you guys for that. I appreciate what you guys are doing out there.
Thank you, man. Appreciate you. You have a great rest of your Saturday.
You too. Bye-bye.
Yeah, man. That's what it's about. It's about the conversation, like you said, man. We have to have the conversation. And that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to have the conversation. It's not about debating. Yeah, you got to go to TikTok. It's not about debating. We're just trying to make sure that everyone knows what's going on.
Open discussion.
Exactly. And we can have our perspective, but if you have facts or you have information that maybe I didn't know that can change my perspective and my view of something, I'm open to that. I'm open, but when it comes to racism and hate, I'm not open to those things. But if you have a real point that you want to make, that you really think can change my perspective and my view, and it's not drowning in hate, I will listen to that. Still slaving their own race. What are you talking about, Taj? So, and we have to reject the false narratives out here, man, that dissent equals violence. People are not angry because ICE is under attack. ICE is under attack because people are angry at injustice. They're angry at the demonization of immigrants and the unchecked power that we're seeing right now, with all these people running around, snatching people up without showing who they are, without saying, hey, this is ICE. We're here to, they just grabbing people. It's just disgusting.
Yep. And until that truth is faced, there will be no peace on either side of this conflict that we're having.
Yep. That's real, man. Have you looked into our guy, Habari? He was just on the news. What guy? What guy you talking about, BCO? I'm with it. I'm looking into it, but I'm not sure you're talking about. Are we talking about the guy that shot up ICE? But we'll keep tracking this story and holding those in power accountable. For Habari Live, I'm Damon Ellison, as always.
And I'm your co-host, Iesha.
And we're going to get straight into the next one, man. We had another scandal, a couple scandals come out of the White House.
We did. But if you thought that ICE story was bad, I need y'all to go ahead and buckle up for this one, because what's happening inside Donald Trump's team right now makes it crystal clear that this is not politics as usual.
Breaking, I think it was Friday, one of Trump's top State Department nominees has been caught red-handed trying to erase thousands of hateful and violent tweets, including calls to kill Democrats, praise for white nationalism, and disturbing defenses of the January 6th insurrection.
Yep. And if you want to know his name is Jeremy Carl. And Trump has nominated him to become Assistant Secretary of State for International Organization of Affairs, which is a powerful position that oversees U.S. policy toward the United Nations and manages over 100 diplomats worldwide.
So now he's trying to get his account scrubbed so he doesn't look like a jackass, and the media is going to tear him apart. But it's too late. It's already out here.
Already out there.
And, not many people are talking about it, but we're going to let you know. Jeremy Carr deleted more than 5,000 tweets from his account. Tweets that reveal him to be a dangerous, far-right extremist. What this whole administration is pretty much. K-File used, CNN was the one that found this, and K-File used a Wayback Machine to recover many of the tweets that he sent out. And what they found was pretty horrifying, man.
Let's just go ahead and start with the first one we saw. That was horrific. This one is a now deleted tweet. There is no peaceful coexistence we are going to have when our opposition is led by people like this. We either win or we die.
We either win or die. That's not political rhetoric. That's violent language.
Very violent.
That's language of fascism, man. That's crazy, brother. If you don't agree, you die is pretty much what he's saying.
Very. I mean, in another, he defended the January 6th insurrectionists, claiming that they had it worse than Black Americans under Jim Crow era, and even called them political prisoners.
Oh, man. And this guy is getting into office. These tweets should eliminate you to be able to get this job. But when your whole party is white nationalists, then it's not a big deal. Donald Trump is going to bring you in. He's going to bring in the Laura Loomers and all these people who are sitting around talking all this racist stuff, and then get mad when other people call them out, and then they're racist somehow. Calling out racism equal racist. I don't know, man. The right, y'all need to figure that out.
They love doing that, don't
they?
That
is the dumbest stuff ever. It's getting even darker. Carl marked Juneteenth as race hustling and white shamming. He said George Floyd was looking up from hell and promoted the dangerous great replacement conspiracy theory that Charlie Kirk and the rest of the white nationalists used to push. The same lie that inspired mass shooters from Buffalo to Christchurch. We've seen 2 of them.
Yep. And they're just calling for more violence.
Yeah, man.
And this isn't just hateful speech. It's incitement. And in a 2023 tweet, Carl called for the execution of Randy Warrington, the president of the American Federation of Teachers.
And how could this guy get a job in government? I mean, this is ridiculous. Is there any accountability? I know you guys don't care about anybody, but what the right is doing. If the left is doing it, you're losing your mind. But somebody on the right does it, and it's not a big deal now. This right here should be disqualifying. He should not be in government. But when you got Laura Loomer and Charlie Kirk as your right hand people, and they spew racism every day, racist, crazy theories, talking about replacement theories, the crazy stuff, man. So here's another one that he wrote. If the U.S. were a serious nation, Weingarten would be tried for crimes against America, children, and he would get the death penalty. So let's be very clear here, man. Randy Weingarten hasn't committed any crimes. She's a respected labor leader fighting for teachers in public schools, but Carl wants her killed for disagreeing with him. And yet, Republicans keep insisting that the left is the violent one. They're blaming Democrats for Charlie Kirk's death simply because we rejected his hateful rhetoric. All while they're elevating a man who literally called for execution political opponents and putting him into a government cushy job. This is the crazy stuff that we're going through. They're putting politicians in power who have tweeted racism, hate, and then they point the finger and talk about, oh, it's the left. Look at them. It's insane. I don't understand what's going on and what the Republicans think is going to happen. But when you keep putting people like this in charge, it can only get worse. I mean, we see it. It's on full display, all the hate. 5,000 disgusting tweets. The right love Grindr. Yeah, it sounds like Grindr crashed again during the Charlie Kirk convention, whatever you want to call it. Crashed again.
Habari Live.
Hi, you guys ready to have a discussion?
Discussion about?
You guys are talking a lot about racism, so can I use some of your own prominent people to debate with you?
Minutes ago, called and said a disgusting name. Are you that same guy?
A what?
Did you call a minute ago?
You got me confused, man. Are you guys wanting to have a conversation or not?
He sounds like him, but okay. What's the conversation?
You just sound like a caller that we had a few minutes ago. That was the reason why we asked that question. Like but
okay.
What would you like to have a discussion on?
We're going to talk about history and facts.
Okay.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You guys talk a lot about racism, and you guys are saying a lot of things. Honestly, I think you guys need to take a step backwards and do a little bit more research on and educate yourselves a little bit more on things that have happened and why they're happening.
Okay.
Now, that previous caller that you guys were shaming. Do you know what he was talking about?
We had a conversation, so yes.
Okay. So what he was talking about is the handlers, what they're called, are actually the people who are in control of all of these people that are coming over the border. And let me tell you the process about how it works. These people sell their homes, sell all of their personal belongings, and gather about $40 to $50. It's $40,000 to $50,000 per person that they're going to smuggle into the United States. It's an operation. Not only do they have secret tunnels that have been found, these people come over to the United States and they are told by their handlers, which are the drug cartels, okay, when they work, 90% of their money goes back to their handler. Their handler sends the money back to the drug cartels. So let me ask you a question. In the 1950s and 1940s, how much average income did an American citizen need to have to operate a family household, 3 children, a car, a house, all bills paid, vacations, and live a good life?
I would say about $20,000 to $30,000 a year.
About $20,000 to $30,000 a year, correct. Do you know why that was possible?
That was possible because, I mean, it's several different reasons. It's not just one factor that's changed.
No, don't speculate. I'm asking if you know or you don't know. It's okay if you don't. I'll explain it.
I mean, it's going to be, regardless of what, there's many different factors that have changed why we cannot afford to live in America. But okay, break it down for me.
Okay. All right. So these people that are coming over the border, okay, and you're talking about these people are going to, contribute to America, all these people that have applied to all these jobs. None of these people even have the slightest clue about any of these jobs that they're applying to.
None of them?
None of them.
Wow.
Not a one.
Not one.
Name one doctor that's come over the border and is working in a hospital today.
come over the border. I mean, that's really a lot of speculation, bro. Maybe there are people that came over the border and became doctors. We don't know. I don't know that. You don't know that. We don't know
legally, and have been here for years and have gone through the process like every other proud person who has come over here. The Republicans don't have a problem with anybody coming over here, man, as long as you're going to contribute to the United States.
So why
we have a problem. We have a problem with people coming over here that spit violence, rhetoric, and contribute to American deaths. Fentanyl, all these drugs that are coming over the border that are done through these people and individuals that you guys do not speak about. Let me ask you a question. If you had a family and you had an island, say there was 3 islands in the middle of the ocean, and you and your family was on one island, and then the other island was having problems because their island wasn't working out so good. Let's say you had a gangster on that island, and he was taking all the money from the good families on that island.
Okay.
Now, all those people came over to your island and brought the same stuff that they're doing that ruined their island in the first place. Would you want them on your island?
Yes.
You would.
Yes.
So they ruined their island. So you would invite them to your island knowing that they're going to do the same thing and endangering your family?
Oh, most definitely. I would definitely help.
That is the epitome of ignorance.
Okay.
They're not asking for help.
Okay. So
they're running away from their problem, and they don't want to fix their own issues, and they bring those same issues to you, endangering you and your family. You're going to tell me that you're okay with that?
You know that you guys that Americans wouldn't even be here if people didn't have that mentality. You know that, right? You wouldn't even be in America. Y'all ran from England and came here, and they was accepted by the Native Americans and let you come to this country. After you,
do you know history?
Running away from
England.
Oh my goodness!
Do you know what America was first? England was originally a penal colony, my brother. You don't even know your facts. How are you going to
America was a
when
penal
you don't
colony
know facts?
Also, the British used to send
America was a penal colony that sent all of their prisoners over here.
They sent their prisoners here.
They realized how lucrative and profitable the land was, especially for agriculture.
Right.
Okay, and then they started to send representatives over here
to
try to take over.
Did the natives kill all of you? Or did the
natives let? We're not talking about.
Did the natives
Indians
let
right
Europeans come here and set up shop?
What's that?
Did the natives let Americans come? I mean, England people come to America and set up shop and live in their homes. Yes, they did.
Dude,
the natives let them. And you're sitting here now. You're saying
anything. What are you talking about?
The natives sacrificed their whole existence for Europeans to be here. Their whole existence, they got wiped out because they let people in.
To the conversation and stop trying to deflect our conversation.
How am I deflecting, brother? I'm telling you,
you're deflecting your conversation. We're not talking about Indians.
We're talking about correctly, sir.
Actual facts and correct history.
The question that you asked is, if I had my own island, and
if you had your own island,
let me finish, and someone else.
What'd you say?
Had their own island and they destroyed their island. Would I invite them to my island?
Yeah.
His response to you was,
yes, absolutely.
Listen before you answer. His response to you was another question. His question to you was, did Britain send Englanders to America to discover American land where the Native Americans were already living? And did the Native Americans invite them to live here?
America wasn't discovered by the English. It was discovered by the Spanish.
Right, but that's not the question. The question
is not the question.
All the Europeans that came here.
Did Native Americans allow English and Spanish colonizers to come here and set up shop and have a better life?
They didn't.
No, the first couple expeditions were killed and speared on their boats.
No,
they didn't.
The first couple, The first
colonists were speared and arrowed off their boats.
That is not.
Okay,
that
so
is
then
not
y'all came back and said, "No, we're going to just take over."
You're talking to a history major. I'm trying to give you facts. You're talking to a history major. This is what I majored in. I'm trying to give you facts.
They were brought
white
into
people?
Right. They promised to leave after Thanksgiving.
The Spanish were the first people to land on American soil, and they were killed.
The Native Americans were the first people on American soil
by the Indians.
Oh my goodness.
Yes, they were. The Spanish were the first people. The Portuguese specifically.
If they were killed, how did they set up shop here?
Dude, do you know how many Spanish ships and Portuguese ships they had one of the largest navies back in that time?
There were
Are you joking?
There were millions of
white
natives.
Folks came over here and wiped out the Native Americans that was living on the land.
There were not several millions of natives.
There were millions
was
of
much
natives.
smaller.
There were more than millions.
The population was much smaller back in the day. They were all segregated into 14
Native
prominent tribes, buddy.
Occupied majority of this land until.
Honey, please go read your history.
No, you need to go.
Please go read your history. No,
Native
you need
Americans
to go read.
were wiped out by your white folks' ancestries, diseases and things that came over here that y'all brought over here. You know
We're
that,
not
right?
talking about that. You talked
you
about
went back to history.
the people
You're
first landing at America. You guys are talking about Indians and stuff, completely defecting away from the conversation. And this is how you point out ignorance. People who just talk with no facts.
Yeah, man.
No facts at all. No facts at all. You have this man over here,
Here's a fact
this
for you,
fake
sir.
promoter, saying that if one island destroyed their island, he would invite them to his own island, putting his own family in jeopardy.
Isn't that what the natives did for y'all? Why can't y'all do that? Why can't you? They did.
No, they
yes,
didn't.
they did.
Put their lives in danger.
Here's a fact.
And they end up getting stabbed in the back and getting murdered by all of them.
Here's a fact. Since you want to talk about history facts, here's a fact. Estimates of the number of indigenous people. I'm on it right now. Would you listen? Hush and listen.
Oh, are you mad? Are you getting mad?
Just can you
listen?
I need you to listen because you're over talking me and you're not listening. Listen,
Stop
please.
deflecting from the question and bringing
I'm
up
answering
stupid
your
rhetoric
question.
that has
Here's
nothing
your
to do with the
question.
conversation.
Here's the answer to your question.
Sure.
Estimates for the number of indigenous people in the Americas before European colonization, before your ancestors colonized America, vary significantly. However, many scholars suggest that a total population of between 50 million and 100 million for both North America and South. Listen.
These two people off.
Listen.
Go ahead and finish it.
I need you to be quiet and listen, or this conversation will be disconnected.
You see what I mean?
You're not listening. You're over talking me. I'm trying to explain something to you, and you're continuously over talking me. Anywho,
I'm not going to listen to false.
There were between 50 and 100 million indigenous Americans on American soil before Europeans colonized America.
So you were incorrect.
Europeans wiping them out. He disconnected the call. However, he knows he's wrong.
That's a different call.
Oh, so it wasn't the French that wiped out most of the Indians, right? It wasn't the Portuguese and the Spaniards.
That's still European.
It's still Europeans.
It's all about the white people.
They're still Europeans.
We're not European.
Where is they located?
Where's Portugal, Lord?
Do you not know geography?
Which is what you're trying to do.
You're a history major that doesn't know geography.
Every race the color white. They were Spaniards.
Still Europeans.
So let me ask you a question.
Still white.
This is history major. Who's the original people who sold your own people into slavery?
Okay. We know how
slavery worked.
So why don't you ever mention that? Tell your audience that your own tribes were at war with your own tribes. Oh, you want to bring up that? So I'm going to bring up the same goddamn thing you are. Your own tribes murdered your own people and sold them to the Arabs. Did
the Europeans have to buy them?
Who bought them?
What's that?
Did the Europeans have to buy them? Did they make them buy them?
Oh my God! Your rhetoric is literally the perfect example of ignorance.
It's like me buying a whole bunch of fentanyl.
You want to blame white people
blaming the other people for them selling.
You want to blame white people for racism and slavery when your own people are the ones selling your own people.
But you didn't have to buy them.
You didn't have to buy them. You didn't have to use them.
So it's like
you could have did the shit yourself. You could have done the job yourself.
You could have did the job yourself. You didn't have to buy people.
Y'all were so lazy that y'all didn't want to do the work yourself.
We're so lazy, but we've the greatest nation
slaves to do the work for
all of human history.
What?
Right. While you guys were over there beating on fucking coconuts and shit, we're lazy.
Oh man.
Yeah, because
All
you
right,
use
brother.
slaves
I'm done
to
with
do
you,
what
man.
you
We're
needed
lazy.
to do.
Have a
Do
good
you
day,
know
sir.
what really? No, hold on. We're having a discussion.
No, you're talking.
You want to talk about racism when 99.9% of the black population and the fucking transgender population, you guys hate white people.
Wow.
You guys hate white
99%
people.
of the black population
You guys
is
don't even listen
transgender?
to your own. You guys don't even listen to some of the smartest, most amazing black people in your own community. And before you jump the gun, honey, my brother's married to a wonderful, wonderful black woman. So don't even try to play the racism card on me, babe. So let's listen to this.
The most racist shit ever. I got black friends.
You're
I got
really
black
upset.
family.
You're really upset.
No,
you really
that's
are.
you, honey.
You really are.
We're gonna let you go,
You
brother.
really are.
We're gonna let you
Enjoy
go.
your
Trying to have
day.
an
Have the
actual
day you
conversation. Aw, you're so
Enjoy
upset,
your day.
honey.
Have a
Have the
good
day
day,
you
brother.
So
deserve,
upset.
sir.
Goodness, man.
Yeah, I don't care. I'm gonna argue back with these people because they
Goodness,
ignorant.
no, we're not. That's not the mission. The mission is to have a conversation. You can't just yell with them. That's not gonna work, love. We need to try to keep it cordial as possible. If you're not gonna be that, and he's not gonna be that, we can't talk. So let them yell, and when he's done, then we discuss from there. You can't just sit there and yell with them. That's not gonna work. All right, man. The guy, he was the first guy that called in. We all know that. He tried to play like
Exactly,
he
Michael. I'm not racist because I know a black person. That's
Right.
exactly what the fuck he just sounded like.
I know that's what he was doing. He was definitely a racist. Definitely a racist. Definitely. That's nothing, no question about that. But it's crazy how the people that came to America want to shut the door now that they're here. Now that their ancestors has came here.
Right.
And they have conquered this land
and have made a better life for themselves.
Now it's not okay to help the people from the other side of the country, of the world.
Oh, I made it. I did it myself. It was me. I did it. Me. No one else can do it though.
You have to, the natives, if they would have acted the way that people are acting today, the Americans would have got slaughtered every time that they pulled up on those beaches.
Right.
And they didn't. Yeah, some of them did get killed. And some natives was like, dog, we need to kill them because some of them believed that they had bad intentions, which they did. And they probably should have listened to those people who were saying that they had bad intentions, because what did they end up doing? Wiping out all the natives on the East Coast. And then as they went west, they went on and took out more and more.
More and more.
So I don't know.
Native Americans have probably if you look at all of the land that they have total now left in America, they have less than a quarter of the land.
Yeah, because it was all taken.
Had when they originally were everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
When these European colonizers started coming over here and wiping them out.
Yep.
Now they got a quarter of their own land
taken. And if you look at all of the atrocities that's been done against the native people, and then they sit around and act like they haven't done anything wrong.
Right.
And then try to villainize.
Right.
The Mexicans and everybody from South America is crazy. I just don't get it.
But Carl's hate-filled worldview extends far beyond those individual tweets that he has.
It's on her, bro.
He called Democrats the treason party, and their policies are evil, and smeared them as real fascists.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man.
Go figure.
I just don't get the evil, man. But he has openly urged the Trump White House to ignore court rulings, which they do every day. He wrote online, "Stop whining and complaining about judicial supremacy and start ignoring illegal judicial rulings." Craziness.
Let that sink in. A nominee for a top state department position is advocating for the executive branch to defy the judiciary, shredding the Constitution and the rule of law in this process.
Randy, if you don't get that mess out of here, we protect our land. The natives didn't. Stop it. That is disgusting, man.
No, y'all just like to conquer.
That's stealing. You can't sit there and make excuses for that. What happened? I mean, dog, damn, man. Is it an excuse, y'all, for slavery? Y'all excuses. Well, they were selling them. Did you have to buy it? Well, they wasn't protecting it good enough. We protected better.
We stole it and protected it better.
What kind of shit is that? Like, it's really messed up, the shit that y'all say to try to excuse and justify the disgusting things that America did in the past. There's no justification for those
racism
things.
and the foul things that they did.
Look, man, it's terrible. How do y'all keep trying to justify ugly, ugly history?
Because they don't want to feel guilty for what their ancestors did.
Look, man, I don't know how y'all let y'all ancestors hold y'all for what they did, because I don't care what my ancestors did. I don't give a fuck. That has nothing to do with me. Now, I really don't get why people try to hold what their ancestors did over their heads and let their ancestors rule what they think about themselves.
Right.
Like, what? You make your own situation. You make your own fucking decisions. Just because them motherfuckers did a whole bunch of disgusting things don't mean you have to be disgusting. It's pretty stupid, man. I don't get it. White people are not being judged by their past. They're being judged by their present.
Right.
And the people who are running around scared about learning about things from the past, I've never tried to beat somebody up for something that happened 100 years ago. Only for something that's happened today. So I don't get it. This thing about trying to hide history, trying to get CRT and all this stupid mess. Like, it's dumb. But here's the kicker, man. Carl even tried to erase himself from the internet. He petitioned the internet to delete the internet archive to delete old snapshots of his tweets. But in typical MAGA incompetence, he only scrubbed his post under his current username at Real Jeremy Carl. He forgot about his old handle, Jeremy Carl 4.
That mistake right there exposed everything. Now the world can see exactly who this man is and what kind of regime Trump is actually trying to build if he gets himself back in power.
He's already in power, so I don't know what they're talking about. Yeah, man. So, man, it's
Habari Live.
Hey.
What's up?
Oh, damn. I didn't know if I'd even get on here. I like what you guys are doing. I like the way you guys are talking, and you should be talking, and you should be talking about what you want to be talking about. Mm-hmm. And I like you guys' live and you guys' page, but I don't know. It just sounds a little racist towards white people.
Nah, brother, we're not racist.
I don't know. I think it sounds. I mean, you guys talk a lot about slaves and slave history and how mm-hmm. Europeans colonized America.
Right.
Africans are still colonizing Africa to this day. You have over 7 million people in slavery in Africa.
Yeah,
and you talk. I mean, you said you don't judge white people for their past. Mm-mm. I'm a white person. My parents, my family's from Germany and Ireland and poor countries, and they came to America. My family didn't come and colonize this place, but every time you talk to a person that's not black, mm-hmm. They can't be a white king, but every black person you talk to is a black king, but I don't know. I just see a lot of hypocrisy going on and debating someone like you just did. While he was screaming a whole bunch of racist shit, and y'all are screaming a whole bunch of racist shit, that's just not really how it should be going, right?
Right. No,
yeah. Just good debate, man. I mean, talk the facts. If you have facts, talk facts. I'm not a professional debater. I won't debate you. Mm-hmm. I just like your guys' show. I might disagree with you guys on a lot of things as a conservative, but I like that you guys are doing it. And I support you guys, man.
I appreciate you, brother. We'll try our best not to be racist, though, man. That's not the mission.
No, I don't think you guys are being racist. I just think that you guys kind of invite the racism into it, but you guys should stay away from them because you guys are entertaining without all the extra bullshit. Just speak the facts. Just tell the facts. Even if Trump's saying some dumb shit, just
speak the facts. Put your opinion in afterwards. Just say exactly what he's saying.
I agree.
But other than that, I just want to let you guys know I support your page. I follow you. I've donated a couple bucks here and there. I like what you guys are doing, and I hope you guys keep doing it.
Thanks, man. We appreciate you, man. Have a good
rest of the day. And you, lady. Hey, don't be arguing with these motherfuckers. Don't do it. There's no point in doing it.
That's real.
Let them talk, and then you say what you got. I know tensions get high, but you gotta, rebalance yourself every now and again.
That's real.
Thank you.
Thanks, man.
All right. You guys are doing a good job.
Thanks, brother.
Take care.
You too.
All right, man. Thank you for calling, brother. So we got people who love to lecture the rest of us about civility and political violence. But here's the truth. The party is nominating people who dream about killing their political enemies, man. This guy's tweets prove what he's been thinking over the years, and it's a lot of violence and a lot of disgusting stuff.
Right. You're right. But, they seem to scream a lot about cancel culture, while their top picks are busy deleting thousands of their own tweets. They cry about free speech, but apparently only when it's hate speech.
And the problem is, this should be fringe stuff. This shouldn't be something that we're talking about right now. This should be fringe stuff, but this is Trump's State Department. If Jeremy Carl is confirmed, he'll hold power over U.S. diplomacy at the United Nations. He'll oversee American policy at some of the most important international tables in the world. And that is very important.
Yep.
And to have someone that thinks like this and has the hate in his heart this way, he should not be put into a leadership position.
Right. And if that does happen, the world won't just see an unhinged extremist. It will see a country that has elevated hate, celebrated violence, and has given fascism a diplomatic passport.
Yeah, man. So this isn't about just this dude's tweets. It's about a movement that no longer hides its intentions and the stakes for democracy, for peace, for truth, for having a higher state of mind and being in a higher state. We don't need this type stuff anymore.
But, we're going to keep holding everybody accountable. We're going to keep following all the stories. Because if we don't, who's going to?
Yeah, man. We're Texas Pete. Come on, bro. That's a lot, man. That's a lot, bro. That's a lot of craziness you talking right there.
A whole lot.
Goodness, bro. But yeah, man, let's get into the last part of the show right here. We're going to go into some of the videos that we thought were pertinent this week that really push what's going on and how Americans are feeling. Let's kick it off tonight's section with what went down in. I already did that outside of Chicago. I think we already did it though. Yeah, we did. But
did we do the tear gas and pepper spray one?
Yeah, I think we did. All right, Chicago. Yeah. So it was a lot of tear gas and pepper spray. Bullets were fired into the crowd. A lot of crazy stuff ISIS were doing. But we went in on ICE for a little while. But we're gonna go into something different hopefully here.
Yeah. Something different that we can go into is during the Charlie Kirk memorial service, Robert F. Kennedy delivered some remarks that left many people stunned. He compared Charlie Kirk to Jesus Christ.
Oh my goodness.
Citing that his devotion and sacrifice at just 31 years old.
It's one down, yeah.
Let's go ahead and play that one right there.
Christ died at 33 years old, but he changed the trajectory of history. Charlie died at 31 years old. Because he had surrendered, he also now has changed the trajectory of history.
What was that?
I'm sorry.
Yeah, man.
Back then, most people only lived to about 35 years old.
Right. But
so 33, he was old. Right.
I don't know what you're talking about. But anyway.
I'm just going off the age comparisons that.
No, he was just trying to compare
Kennedy
the age
was
by
saying
that he's like Jesus. He died the same age. That's all he was saying. That's all he was trying to say. And he was trying to say that he moved the world. But, whatever, man. But let's shift gears to the Capitol Hill and the ongoing battles over accountability. We got Congressman Greg Stube, a Republican from Florida and member of the Weaponization of Government Subcommittee, took a direct aim at former FBI Director James Comey, saying bluntly that he should be charged with treason. I think I got that.
They said that's not comparing Kirk to Jesus.
It's not? What was he doing there?
Right.
What was he doing there? Play the second James Comey video right there. Yeah.
It appears as though James Comey has responded to this indictment on Instagram. This was just posted. Take a look.
My family and I have known for years that there are costs to standing up to Donald Trump, but we couldn't imagine ourselves living any other way. We will not live on our knees, and you shouldn't either. Somebody that I love dearly recently said that fear is the tool of a tyrant, and she's right. But I'm not afraid, and I hope you're not either. I hope instead you are engaged, you are paying attention, and you will vote like your beloved country depends upon it, which it does. My heart is broken for the Department of Justice, but I have great confidence in the federal judicial system, and I'm innocent. So let's have a trial and keep the faith.
Yeah, man, Comey. I didn't agree with Comey when he came out with the email scandal, and it kind of hurt Hillary's chances of winning with that dumb stuff that he had to release at that time. It was stupid. But then how he was repaid, fired by Trump. Now how he's repaid again, Trump's going after him, want him in jail.
Yep.
He talking about the Russia hoax. The Russia was proved. Vladimir Putin said it out of his own mouth that he wanted Trump to win. I don't understand, man. He wants to say that the Russia was a hoax. It's the dumbest shit ever, man. Then he openly saying he's going after his political enemies.
Right.
And these are the people who sat there and cried for 4 years talking about Biden was he was weaponizing the DOJ because they're going after Trump and all his bull that he was talking about. Mm-hmm. Let me see what he say. Thank you, the Wilden Beaver. Super chat. Many men in Jesus' time lived to 60 to 70. Don't denigrate Charles' life. He was a girl's father. Hey, man, no one's denigrating his life. We're not trying to do that. Not most people. On average, most people did not live past about 35, 40 years old during the after, what was that? CE, I would see common era. 30 to 35 years old, man, is what people live.
In 1800, the global life expectancy at birth was between 29 and 35 years old.
Right.
That's 1800.
Right. So let's go back 2,000 years. What do you think it's going to be? Nobody's trying to talk down that man's life. We didn't agree with Kirk and how he lived, but no one's trying to talk down on dude, and no one laughed at him either. But anyway, it's disgusting what they're doing to James Comey. It's disgusting what they're doing to anyone that was just doing their jobs and what they were asked to do. It's disgusting that we are seeing Trump really weaponize the DOJ, tweet about it openly, beg for people to be, and then the way this went down. The way it's went down.
Upper echelon in power. If you really want to go back even
Yes,
further.
1800. Then you think it's going to be worse? You think it's going to be better of the 2,000 years earlier than that?
In the mid-15th century, including the year 1460, the average life expectancy was 30 to 35.
Nobody's racist.
That's going back
involved.
1460. That's right around 20-some, 30-some, maybe 50 years after Columbus supposedly discovered America.
James Comey hasn't done anything. That's why Trump have to fire 5-6 different people to even get somebody to bring charges up on this guy. The other district attorney said no.
Right.
He stepped down because this was bull that he's doing. Everybody has said no. You don't have any evidence. And then this person who is an insurance lawyer, she's trying to cover this case and has no idea what she's doing. This is looking terrible for Trump, and it's going to backfire. He is not going to get out of this what he thinks he wants. And if anybody in the Republican Party had balls, they would be impeaching this dude right now for openly going after his enemies. The corruption is deep in the Trump administration. And how y'all just can ignore it is crazy to me. They're all corrupt, right? Because they went after Trump and found him guilty of crimes that he committed.
Exactly.
He was found guilty
by a group of his peers.
And you're talking about the Russian dossier. I mean, dude, did he win the election or not? Did he beat Hillary or not? Because I can understand why he was crying about it and crying victim if he lost. But he won. Obviously, that didn't hurt him. Why he's still crying about it?
Right.
Dude always want to be a victim, dog. He's the biggest victim ever. When they came after me. Big crybaby. Mm-hmm. Dude need to put his big pants on and stop being and stop being a baby. Because he's ridiculous, man. Oh, yeah. So Comey, he's being railroaded. He cannot prove that this dude lied under oath.
Right.
How can you prove what this dude knew? The guy said he did not know about the situation. He did not know how the dude got the information. He did not know. So you can't tell him that he's lying or come up with it. You don't have any proof to prove that this dude was lying. He's not going to go down, man. This is a waste of taxpayer money. That's all it is.
When somebody says during an interview that I don't recall, I don't remember.
Right.
How is that a lie?
I don't know. That's what they're trying to do. I don't understand what y'all bringing up the black community. We're not talking about the black community. We're talking about Trump going after
Trump was indicted by a jury of his peers.
Exactly. We can watch the same stuff, Kim Marie, and for some reason we get two different outcomes of it. Because we can all watch the same stuff and y'all get a different answer every time.
Every time.
We watched on TV Trump talking about grabbing girls by the vagina and y'all didn't see that. Y'all see something totally different.
Yep.
Like, you don't see that this dude is a rapist?
Locker room talk.
Oh, he was just playing. He was just having fun.
Right.
Like, y'all see
they got
totally
memory.
Shit. They're totally different than we see. Y'all see James Comey was somehow, he hurt
Him and
Hillary.
His administration, along with his cult of followers, are nothing but whiners.
Nothing. That's all
That's all they do.
He hurt Hillary, James Comey. He hurt Hillary by coming out with that dumb, stupid email investigation during the election.
And he comes out and does the same thing.
And then Comey, he's the one that's the fall guy for all this stuff. When he didn't do anything to Trump. I don't understand it. But Trump, he want everybody back. He's got to get vengeance. Revenge. I got to get it. Revenge. I got to get revenge. Best served cold. Like, he's a terrible person, dog.
Right, John Applegate. He sure did.
Man. JD Vance. If JD Vance is the next president, bro, we are going.
That's gonna be who they're gonna try to run next, because they can't run Trump for 2028, so they're gonna run Vance for 28. Watch.
Comey didn't do anything. The example. I don't think Comey did anything, man. You can't prove that what this dude did or didn't know.
I wish it was Gavin Newsom.
All right, BCO, have a good day, brother. We appreciate you. Man, so I'm whining. No, I'm what? So, I mean, it's been discussing stuff, man.
The women came to him and grabbed me, baby.
Now let's play this video of Trump talking about Comey. It's at the top.
The left. We don't want that. Okay, thank you.
It seems like an indictment of James Comey is imminent. Would this be the first step in accountability for pushing the hoax of Russia, along with Barack Obama involved as well?
Well, I can't tell you what's going to happen because I don't know. You have very professional people headed up by the Attorney General and Todd Blanche and Lindsay Halligan, who's very smart, good lawyer, very good lawyer. They're going to make a determination. I'm not making that determination. I think I'd be allowed to get involved if I want, but I don't really choose to do so. I can only say that Comey's a bad person. He's a sick person. I think he's a sick guy, actually. He did terrible things at the FBI. And but I don't know. I have no idea what's going to happen. Thank you very much, everybody.
Now, for the president to openly tweet that he wants these people in jail, and then when he's asked by reporters, what's going on? Oh, I don't know much about it. I'm not going to be in it. What?
Can we say he's lying?
You're the one that pushed for it.
Can we say he's lying since he said I don't know much about that. I don't know nothing about that.
We know he's lying. I mean, it's what we don't have to say that. Everybody knows.
But they want to say that Comey lying because he said he don't recall something.
Man, he don't recall. But this dude here, like I said, this dude is pushing to get people arrested, pushing for cases, and then going to say, "Well, I don't know anything about what's going on." Like this, he's the worst. The worst. You the one that pushed for this. The people you fired someone so to get somebody, a stooge in there that's going to do what you want. It's ridiculous. You cannot take what they put on the news as to what is actually. Wow, really? When we have video, we can't take video as what is actually happening. I don't know how you MAGAs do it, man. How you guys? So basically, what you do is the only news that you think is real is the news that you agree with.
Yes.
That's a crazy world to live in.
Everything else is fake news.
That's a crazy world to live in. The example, here's comes some racist stuff. The black community is ignorant. Why are we worried about these white issues? Unfortunately, my guy, the example, we live in the same government as all the rest of these white people. It's one government. There's not a black government.
Trump's daddy got arrested in 1934 for being a KKK member.
And he did at a rally. Mm-hmm. I don't think it was 34. I think it was later than that. But we have to fight for all these issues. We live in this country, bro. Just because we're black doesn't count us out from what's going on in the country, politically, for sure. That's some ridiculous stuff to say. So let's go ahead and play this video of Marjorie Taylor Greene making waves, introducing an amendment that would slash $500 million in U.S. military funding for Israel.
My amendment would strike $500 million in funding for nuclear-armed Israel's missile defense system. The U.S. already provides Israel with $3.8 billion annually in foreign aid. $3.8 billion, that's a lot of money. Additionally, the April 2024 security supplemental included $8.7 billion for Israel. Even though Israel, nuclear-armed Israel, has universal health care for their citizens and subsidized college for their citizens. They're able to provide that. However, here in America, we're $37 trillion in debt.
Hey, man, they took away health care to save money.
Yep.
They took away SNAP benefits from the poor to save money. Why can't we take this money that's going to Israel to save money? Because Israel would not be blowing people up the way they are if it wasn't from the dollars and the military strength that we give them. We should be taking the money away from them. I have to agree with her. It's disgusting what they're doing over there, man. And I'm not with it. I'm done. And Netanyahu comes to the UN, and everybody walked out because they're sick of hearing the bullshit that he be spitting. And his first thing is, I don't care. They can't get their own state because of Hamas.
Right.
It's disgusting, man. All of those people shouldn't pay just because Hamas is doing dumb stuff. There are innocent kids, women, children, everything that's in there, and they're saying, forget all them, Hamas is over there. It's disgusting stuff, man. Disgusting. Negotiation is breaking down every time because they don't want to negotiate. They just want to take over. And even Trump is finally getting enough of it. $37 trillion debt, contrasting with Israel's universal health care and subsidized education. They got all the stuff that we wish we had.
Right.
They got health care. We don't even have it. But we paying all their stuff all the time. That could be enough for our health care system.
Right.
Y'all was yelling this stuff when Biden was in office. Y'all was pissed that money was going to Ukraine.
Mad.
So shouldn't y'all have the same anger that you have for the money that was going to Ukraine?
Yep.
That you have for a war that is ridiculous over there in Gaza.
Yep. But finally we're going to close out with a series of clips featuring President Trump. Some of them have big claims and others with eyebrow-raising moments.
Mm-hmm.
But first, he declared that under his leadership, energy costs, mortgage rates, and even inflation have fallen.
Yeah, right.
Let's go ahead and play the clip where Trump claims that
I don't know what
energy and grocery prices have gone down.
It might be that one. Yeah, there you go.
This is indeed the golden age of America.
Yeah, right.
We are rapidly reversing the economic calamity we inherited from the previous administration, including ruinous price increases and record-setting inflation like we've never had before. Under my leadership, energy costs are down, gasoline prices are down, grocery prices are down, mortgage rates are down, and inflation has been defeated.
Still
the only
high.
thing that's up is the stock market, which just hit
and he just
high.
admitted it in front of everybody. Did you hear what he said?
The stock market.
The only thing he said the only thing that's up. That is the only thing that is looking good. Everything else is bad.
Trash.
Everything else you said is a lie. Yeah, the stock market, because the stock market is not a mirror of what's going on Main Street. People out here cannot even afford groceries right now, and he's talking about how great it is on Wall Street.
Right.
No matter who your president is, but what was that?
We should all have his back. He's only going to be around for a few years.
Get up out of here. If only, did you hear what he said? Let's hear what he said. Let's play the vic of him talking about how he feel about his enemies.
With a noble spirit and a great, great purpose. He did not hate his opponents. He wanted the best for them. That's where I disagreed with Charlie. I hate my opponent. And I don't want the best for them. I'm sorry. I am sorry, Erica.
Listen to that. This the guy we supposed to ride with?
Right.
The guy who's I hate my opponents. And dude, to say that energy prices is down is ridiculous.
Wrong.
To say that in anything that has to do with inflation is down is a lie, and you know it. Stop it. Stop it. We know why grocery prices were high under Biden. We already know that. Everybody knows that. But why are they high now? Because this guy wanted to put in tariffs.
Yep.
Now, if he just would have kept going on the trajectory that we were already going, inflation was heading down when Biden left office.
He could have just kept rolling with that.
Kept on rolling with that. But nope, he want to put tariffs in.
Yep.
Now he's thinking that these companies are going to keep on eating the tariffs. They're not eating the tariffs. They're putting the tariffs onto us. But whatever, man, y'all can believe whatever y'all want to. He can say whatever he wants, and y'all just going to believe it. Whatever.
Yep. But during his speech to the United Nations, Trump's teleprompter stopped working. It malfunctioned.
Mm-hmm.
And he decided he was just going to roll with it. Yeah. Right?
Mm-hmm.
He said that he was happy to speak from his heart. Although he said that whoever was responsible was in big trouble. How you in trouble if you more than happy to speak from your heart?
Chewbacca, he's supposed to be a president for all Americans. It doesn't matter if they were did something that he doesn't like. That's not how it works. Like y'all, man, dude, y'all are crazy, man.
A ballroom.
Oh,
exactly.
Man, look out of here.
He'd rather put that money towards a golden ballroom, right?
Out of here, man. Get out of here. This is look, dude. Well, we supposed to play that. Did you already play the one?
No,
Trump,
let's go ahead and
that
play
one.
the teleprompter.
That's the last one we playing.
And I don't mind making this speech
He
without a
ain't paid for nothing
teleprompter
out of his pocket
because the teleprompter is not working. I feel very happy to be up here with you, nevertheless. and that way you speak more from the heart. I can only say that whoever's operating this teleprompter is in big trouble.
His hair is almost the same color as his skin.
Yeah, he gonna blame the teleprompter, try to clown the UN because the elevators wasn't working. Both of these situations is his fault. His people is supposed to run the teleprompter for him. They're the ones that hit the button on the elevator and messed it up so it wasn't going up. Now he's trying to blame the UN, try to say the UN is trash. He disrespected them people all in their face. He talked about how trashy European countries were because of immigration, demonizing immigrants all across the world. The dude is an embarrassment. I'm so sick of all you people taking up for him as he shits on everybody. You can't see it because you don't care about other people. And that's all it is. And it's a crazy thing to see so many Americans that don't care about other fellow people on this goddamn planet. Why this dude blames everybody for everything. It's disgusting, man. He went up there and he looked like an idiot on the world stage. But this is the person that we're putting in charge, and we're saying is powerful. Everything he did up there, man. Do you know how hard these people are laughing at us? I mean, dude, you have to know that these people are just dying laughing that this is the person that we put in charge. It's ridiculous.
Under Trump's administration, America is an embarrassment on the world stage.
An embarrassment, man. Dude saying I hate my opponents and I don't want the best of them at a funeral. I mean, dang, man.
At Charlie Kirk's funeral.
At a funeral. He doesn't care where the hell he's at.
Disrespect Charlie's wife in front of her face at that man's funeral.
Man, I don't get it, man. You know, it's crazy. We got this guy going out telling people what the doctors need to do by telling them Tylenol is giving the autism, just crazy stuff that he's doing. Crazy stuff. When we got the president trying to tell people what medicines they should be taking.
Right.
That's insane. And then don't even know how to say the words.
Right, David. He's going to launch an FBI investigation into teleprompter manufacturer companies.
But it was his fault. He has to take care of his own teleprompter.
Right.
It was his people that was supposed to do it. The dude can't even say acetaminophen. He can't say it. He can't even say the word.
Don't take Tylenol, it'll give you autism. Does that include Tylenol PM?
I don't know what's wrong with this dude.
Or do I just have autism at nighttime?
I mean, acetaminophen, he can't say he can't say it. He can't say it at all, man. He up there aso.
Am I saying this right?
Acetaminophen, fentanyl.
I wish we'd have had that video.
Acetaminophen, dog up there tripping, man. And this the dude y'all telling us. He telling other people they low IQ. Anybody black say anything, low IQ. This dude can't even say the word that we know he been looking at. You know they told him that word like 30 times before he went out there.
100 times.
He still couldn't say that shit.
He said, what's this word right here, y'all?
Man, dog.
Can somebody tell me what this word is?
You know they told him, like, Mr. President.
Right.
Here, it's acetaminophen. That's the word, man. Acetaminophen. Tylenol. Don't take the Tylenol. You couldn't say it. I mean, dog, it's ridiculous, man. And this the dude that we're taking ideas from. This is the guy. So go ahead.
But we're gonna top it off in a stunning joint announcement with RFK and Trump saying
that's not
that
it. Right there.
Oh, Epstein. I don't see that.
Yeah, go ahead and play that.
Yeah, let's just play it. I'm like, la 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 la. You can hear people in the background laughing at it too.
Dude, I pronounced it wrong on purpose, bro. What are you talking about? But anyway, man, yeah, it's crazy to see the pop-up statue. People are not going to let go of the Epstein. It's not going away. It's not going away. And he's going to do all these things he wants to try to make this stuff go, but it's not going away, man. We're going to keep doing everything we can to keep this alive until they release these files. Mm-hmm. Then that's on the real. I don't care what Kash Patel say. I don't care what none of those liars say. We're going to keep talking about it. No, the Harvard study was not enough information, man, to be able to put towards this. The Harvard study, they did not do the studies themselves. Harvard looked at other studies that other people had did. So you go look at the Harvard study and you tell me, because Harvard did not do it themselves. They were going through other people's studies. And it still wasn't enough information to be able to say that Tylenol is what is causing autism.
Additionally, Harvard's public health dean was paid $150,000 to testify that Tylenol does indeed cause autism. That man was paid to say it causes autism. He was paid.
And there's no proof, man. There has to be more trials and more studies before this is said to for sure cause autism. And it's not enough information and data to even say that. And we know that RFK and Trump have not done the trials or the studies before they let this information out. It should be so much time that goes in between you saying, hey, this is my hypothesis, this is what I think is going to happen, and what you actually put out in the public. If you're not doing the studies and the cases and the trials, then how can you even introduce this to the public? It's insane that they just let this stuff out, man. And they're just going around I know that Tylenol is going to sue the shit out of these people.
You already know it.
I don't know what's going on, but they got to, man. Does Trump support college studies now? Right. No, he doesn't. He doesn't. They trying to use Harvard, a school that they tried their best to tear apart. And all the money that was going towards Harvard for all the studies that they are doing that helps the community, helps the medical profession. He's trying to tear it apart. But now they're trying to use it as a defense for their BS, trying to say that Tylenol isn't good for you.
Right.
Now, like I said, man, if they came out and they said, hey, we have talked to a certain amount of people and we have done everything we can to make sure that we know that this is the truth about this study. They haven't done that.
Right.
And that is just crazy to come out with that information without having at least some medical professionals that have run studies that's going to do something to help. Mm-hmm. So I don't understand. Hello, what's up? Luck Balloon, what's up? Funny how liberals are pro big pharma now. Man, we are not pro big pharma. Big pharma, I wish that we did not have to deal with that. We all want a healthcare for everyone is what we want. Most liberals want healthcare. We're not pro big pharma. What we are, though, is pro good science and good medical professionals making good decisions. If not going to listen to a dude with worms in his brain telling us what we need to do when we're pregnant, and it's not coming from an actual professional.
Right.
This dude has no medical background, and he said it himself. You shouldn't listen to him. And we're going to turn around and do the opposite? I'm going to take his advice and not listen to shit he had to say, because he said it out his own mouth. You should not take medical advice from me.
Yep.
And I won't, because you're an idiot. And for Trump to come up there and say it also, like, yeah, this is bad. What you got to say there, David? Where's Kimmel when we need him to add to this about Trump's statue? Right. That's right, man.
Oh, man.
Yes, I'm a Democrat, not big pharma, but we do need, I agree, Mark Scott, universal health care is the way.
What I would like to see is, quote unquote, big pharma no longer producing commercials.
Yeah, I do.
I don't want to
agree with
see
that.
any commercials about any.
And I think
medical
Trump was going to.
drugs.
I think Trump was going to try to put that in, if I'm not mistaken, and that's something I agree with him with. I don't think that we should have these commercials, man, because it make people think that they need these medicines,
Right, and
and
they go
really
to their
don't.
doctor and say, "Hey, I have this.
And
I need that
this
drug."
exactly. And I don't.
And
I
now
don't
they're
agree with
paying.
that.
And now that people are going to their doctors and saying, "Hey, I need this specific drug to help me with my issue,"
Mm-hmm.
it's causing pharmaceutical drugs to rise. It's causing the prices of them to rise because now, guess what's happening? Everybody's on demanding a specific product instead of the doctor saying, "Hey, let's do a step-by-step trial to see what drugs actually work for you."
Yeah, man, it's a crazy world, man. Where we got the president trying to tell you what drugs to take.
Mm-hmm.
And we got a dude who's telling you one day that it's the vaccines that's causing autism, and then the next day he's telling you it's Tylenol.
We don't have doctors as slaves, so no to universal health care.
Man, get out of here, man.
Universal health care does not mean that doctors will become slaves.
Y'all believe
universal
anything,
health care just refers to the way your health care claim
it's paid
is
for.
paid.
That's all. They try to make it so much more stuff than they need to. Oh, they're going to take my doctor. Oh, they're going to have death panels. They just be on some. Y'all believe anything. Dog, we all deserve health care. We all do. It's so dumb that we fight over it.
But the way America is set up, it's set up as a country that has health care as a privilege.
A privilege, not a
rather
right.
than a right.
We have the right to have guns, though. We got all these guns. The guns is the second most important amendment to all these people, but healthcare doesn't matter at all. Don't you think of people that have all these guns should have healthcare? Shouldn't those things go together? Since we got guns everywhere, that we should have healthcare?
Right.
It's only common sense. But nope, we're not doing that. Yeah, man. We looked at the Harvard study also, and we also looked at some things about the Harvard study. The study was not.
Harvard was paid.
They didn't actually do the study. They looked at other people's studies. That's all. But anyway, my doctor is not a slave. It is a privilege. What? Yeah, I guess.
You have the right to have a doctor and a physician.
I guess, man.
For your
that's your doctor situation. I don't know what you're talking about. It's your doctor is getting paid good money. There's nothing happening to him. So I don't know what you're talking about. Slave. You know how much money these fucking people make? They're some of the richest people in the damn planet.
Right.
And you talking about money. With a doctor, he's living good. You don't have to worry about it. Goodness. We all need healthcare, man. And it's disgusting in this rich ass country when we got people that got $1 trillion almost,
right, that
we can't even afford to have healthcare for all our people.
When in America, in the United States, the average salary for a doctor is roughly between $374,000 and $382,000 a year.
Yeah,
doctors making good money, bro.
Making good. That's dumb. That's just a dumb comment to say that they're slaves. Ridiculous. It's not a privilege, man, to be able to have healthcare in this country. We have too much money in America for people to just be dying on the side of the road. It is my money, my tax money. And every month they take Medicare out of my check, even though I can't even use it. Right?
Yep.
Every month they take out every check they take out
something for
Medicare and Medicaid. And then they also take out my money for my
my
own health care. So I'm paying all this shit and I still can't even get seen anywhere without paying some money. Like, it's dumb. They're taking all my money. Why don't this money just go into a pile where everybody's paying so no one has to pay when it goes in there?
Right.
Like, why am I paying $55, $60 a check for Medicaid or Medicare, whatever the hell it is? And then I got to pay on top of that
my
your dental, my eyes, my other health insurance that doesn't even cover everything.
Right.
Our system is stupid. It's dumb. And if we're all paying into this, we all should get something out of it. We're all paying money. We're all paying our tax money. And where is it going? To nothing.
Nothing.
Yeah, yes, dog. It's called socialism. We have a lot of social programs. How do you think the farmers get help? How do you think we build roads? We all use tax money. It's called socialism. That's what it's called. Goodness, it's been like that since forever. We can't build roads. We can't do anything unless we do things to help people. Farmers get subsidies.
Elon Musk gets government subsidies.
All these rich people get subsidies. Like, dog, man, stop it, man. We need to do something about this shit. And for real, crime would go down if people didn't have to worry about healthcare.
Yep.
I believe that. I believe that if that was lifted and people didn't have to worry about those things, people wouldn't be on edge so much. America is a semi-socialist country. We have a lot of socialist programs, man. I know you guys want, I don't know what kind of program y'all want, what kind of country y'all want to live in, but we have a lot of socialism. A lot, right? Police departments, all your government works is paid off of our tax money.
Yep.
So we're going to leave it there, man. We appreciate all you guys that called in today. We appreciate all the comments. Please hit the subscribe button, man. We're trying to get to 6,000. The mission is 10,000 all the way. So let's say it's 10,000. We're trying to get to 10,000. Help us out to get there, man. We'll be back on Wednesday at 6 p.m. to talk about the news that's happened from Saturday to Wednesday. And then from Wednesday to Saturday, we talk about, what's on Saturdays. So hit us up, man. We appreciate you. Subscribe, hit the like button, share, come back next time. And to then, I am Damon.
And I'm Iesha.
And we appreciate y'all, man. Have a good rest of y'all Saturday.
Peace.
Peace out.
Thanks for watching another episode of Habari Live. Make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and get updates on news, the podcast,